I have it here.
All right, great. Okay, so it's time for us to read this passage first. It's Mount Vernon. Kindly read the text with correct intonation and pronunciation, okay? All
Okay.
right, go ahead, dummy.
No visit to Washington, D.C. is complete without a trip to Mount Vernon, the illustrious home of George Washington, our nation's first president. It is located just a few miles south of our nation's capital. Its expansive views, spacious lawns, shaded walks, and carefully manicured gardens make it one of the most popular tourist attractions in the nation. More than 1 million people annually visit Mount Vernon. Uh,
Go ahead.
there, there they may pay respects to the memory of our first president and his wife, the first lady, both buried there. Do I read the next
Yes,
passage?
please. Go ahead.
Mount Vernon had been in the Washington family for almost 100 years when George Washington inherited the property in 1716. It comprised 5 separate farms as well as the main residence overlooking the Potomac River, which he occupied with his wife and her 2 children from a former marriage. Because the house was too small for their needs, Washington added rooms and outbuildings. Some of this work was completed by the 317 enslaved people Washington kept out at Mount Vernon. He also hired paid workers and supervised their work closely. By the time they had finished, Mount Vernon had been transformed into fine mansion visitors see today. Washington was loath to leave his beautiful home, but his duty to his country required him to be absent from Mount Vernon from 1775 until 1783. During the time he commanded the con- Continental Continental Army. Pardon?
Continental.
Continent. Thank you. Continental Continental Army in the war against the British. In his absence, a distant cousin learned Washington managed the property for him. We know a great deal about this period in the history of Mount Vernon because the abundant,
Abundant.
corres- abundant correspondence between the two men has survived. Washington gave his cousin considerable latitude in looking after the estate, and Lund was a competent manager. However, one incident aroused Washington's wrath. Lund informed his that a British warship has had navigated up the river, and the crew had asked for food. Lund had not wanted to antagonize them, and had complied with their request. Washington reprimanded his cousin, telling him that he should have refused to accommodate the British even if they had burned my house and laid the plant plantation in ruins.
All right, thank you so much for reading. Oh, there are more. Okay,
Yeah,
we do the last one, please.
yeah. In 1789, Washington reluctantly left Mount Vernon once again to serve the country's first president. After 8 years, he retired from the public life and returned to for the last time to his be left home. 2 years later, he died. The property remained in the Washington family until 1858. By then, the house was in a sadly dilapidated state. In that year, the Mount Vernon Ladies Association, an organization of private citizens, acquired the property. The association carefully renovated the house. It now looked as it did when George Washington lived there. The Mount Vernon Ladies Association has maintained it ever since and make it available to the public and to view every day of the year.
All right, thank you so much, Domi. Okay, so let's go ahead and learn first, how do Americans read, or how do Americans say words? Okay, of course, English people, we're talking about them, right? Okay, so the way how they speak is very expressive. Even their hands are moving like this and like that whenever they talk. Have you noticed that?
Yes.
Yeah, so they are very expressive. So the way we read also is not that very plain reading. We're not going to do that. We're going to do something expressive like you telling the story. Okay? It seems like you are telling a story to a friend or somebody that you knew. Which in when you do gossiping with some friends, you always, oh, do you know like this? You always very expressive, right? You're always a bit talkative. Am I right? Especially if you're close friends, your best friends. Oh, do you know? I did like this. Oh, my grade is so high. It's very expressive. So we're going to do the same thing with reading. Okay, let me just go ahead with the words that we have to pronounce clearly. Okay, so on the chat box, I typed there the words that we missed. Okay, and we have to sound them slowly and clearly. Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Right. For the first word, we have this. It's manicured.
Manicure.
Okay.
Yes.
Remember, in English, the ma is, we don't say manicure. It's actually, it sounds like more on E sound. Okay, so manicured. Manicured. Okay. Manicured. Okay. Another one that has the same is this one. How do we read this?
Family.
Okay. Yeah. Normally we say family, right? Okay.
Yeah.
But when you really try to sound the English, when you really hear that, it's not family. It's actually family. Family.
Yeah, family.
Yeah. Do you agree with me? It's not really
Yes.
family. It's so, like, the accent is so different. We don't say family. We say family. Family. Right?
Family.
Okay. Another one. Let me scroll down. Let's go with, where is that word? Let me just, oh, continental. Where is that? I couldn't find it here. I forgot where it is. Where did I see that word? Okay, I think I have to go up. All right, I'll just use the chat box, can I? All right,
Yes.
go through me with the chat box. I have there the word continental. Continental. All right. Okay.
Continent.
Yes. Continental.
Continental.
Manage.
Managed.
Yeah, as you can see, it's not manage. No. It's manage. Manage. Okay. Next.
Abundant.
Yeah, abundant. Abundant. Okay.
Ab-
Next word we have correspondence.
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 Okay. Next, request.
Request.
Re
Request.
again, request.
Request.
Uh-huh.
Request.
Request. Request.
Request.
Yeah. You have to sound like the first one is the highlight. Request. Request.
Request.
Okay?
Request.
Yeah, request. Okay, next one. And the last word we have,
Beloved.
okay,
Beloved.
beloved. Beloved.
Beloved.
Yeah, beloved. You say vid at the end. Okay? Beloved.
Beloved.
Yes, beloved. Okay, using the chat box dummy, can you read all of those words and I'll try to see your pronunciation. Okay? All right.
Can I just read like all of them again?
Yes,
Wait.
but it's your turn alone, okay?
Okay.
Go ahead.
Manicured.
Mhm.
Continental.
Mhm.
Managed.
Yes.
Abundant.
Okay.
Correspondence.
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 Mhm. Yeah.
Request.
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 Yeah.
Beloved.
Beloved. Okay. I think you are just confused with where to put the apostrophe, like a highlight to the word or syllable, right? Request. Request.
Request.
Yes. In the first read. Request.
Re.
Okay. So I also know that my manager also informed me that you want to have a homework. Is that correct?
Yes, I think my mom told it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's good to know because I want you to practice with, have you ever had a homework wherein you are going to do a voice record and send it to the sky?
Uh,
No, you've
how
never done that? Okay.
to
You are going to record your voice reading this maybe two only, okay? Or the whole passage. I think the whole passage you can do it. Mount Vernon, this story. You're going to record. Do you know your phone has a voice record, right?
yes.
Okay. You're going to record that one. Of course, be mindful of your pronunciation, of the words, okay? Because I am going to look into that. Got it? Okay. So, our class is twice a week, right? Is that correct? Yeah, we have
Yes.
twice a week. That is Wednesday and Friday. I think it's not every day. Our class is not every day, so you've got some time to do the homework. Okay? So I want you to go over and redo reading this one, but this time it's more fluent. Be careful with a sound. Sometimes it sounds like E. Supposed to be it's E sound. Okay? Do you have any question with your homework?
So I just need to like record my voice and then like send it to on your Skype, right? Am I
Yeah,
right?
it to me on the GC that we have on Skype, right?